A very good morning to my dear students. Today we are going to begin with the second lesson of science, that is motions of the earth. So the lesson name itself tells us that we are going to study about the different motions, that is the different movements of the earth. We all know that the earth moves in two different ways. The first one, that is rotation, and second one, that is revolution. So now let us begin with the first rotation or first movement, that is rotation. So here you can see the earth on the screen, yes, and we are going to start with the first movement about the earth, that is rotation. For this they have given us one experiment, or they have told us to try this, that is we have to take a top. What is a top? You can see it on the screen. You all are familiar with it, yes. So we have to take a top and we have to spin it. That means we have to move it in a circular way, and then we have to observe its movement. So by observing we come to know that the top is turning around itself. So if you will take objects like bangle and if you will spin it, that too rotates or that too spins around itself. You can also take an example of a ball, and if you will spin it, it also turns around itself. So students, any object that is turning around itself is actually turning around a certain imaginary line. So now let us study what is the definition of rotation. Okay. So the turning of an object around itself is called rotation. So the green lines around the top is telling us that the top is turning. That means it is rotating. Did you understand what is the definition of rotation? The turning of an object around itself is called rotation. And the imaginary line around which it rotates is called its axis of rotation. So on the screen, on the top you can see that there is a dotted black line, that is the axis of that top. Means axis means what? It is, that line is not real, it is just an imaginary. We are thinking about it. Okay, so it is an imaginary line, and the spinning or the turning or the rotation of the top is around this imaginary line. Okay, the rotation of the top is around this imaginary line, and thus that imaginary line is called axis of rotation. So here we have learned two concepts, that is rotation and axis of rotation. I hope you have understood it. Yes. So now let's move up on the next point, that is the earth's rotation. Yes, this we had learned with the help of an example of a top. Yes, what is axis of rotation and what is rotation, this we have learned related to a top. Now let us move on to the main topic, that is the earth's rotation. Now let us study about this concept through an activity. Okay, so now let's try this. Take a globe like the one in the picture and spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe as shown in the picture. So children, what is a plumb line? A plumb line is an instrument which is used by most of the people in construction business. So now if you don't have a plumb line, no need to worry. You can make a plumb line of your own by tying an eraser or an little heavy object to a long thread. Okay, so now in this activity they had told us to spin the earth. Yes, and later on they told us to note the line around which it is rotating. Yes, and then they had told us to hold the plumb line close to the earth. So children, so the yellow line which I am showing you now, that is, see here, this one, okay, little bit which is slanting, that is the line around which the earth is rotating, okay, and this yellow line, whatever I showed you just now, it is a plumb line. Yes, so when we will see, we learn that the plumb line and the earth's axis, yes, earth's axis means this one, okay, now this is the earth's axis, yes, and this is the plumb line, yeah. So when we will observe, we can see that the plumb line and the earth's axis are at an angle to each other, yes or no, they are forming a certain angle. See here, I'll show you, just pay attention here, like angle they are forming. Yes, so both the lines are forming an angle to each other. That is, from this we learn that the earth's axis is inclined. So this axis of earth, this one, okay, so see, this axis of earth is inclined, we come to know by this activity or through this activity. Now what is meant by inclined? Inclined means it is little bit tilted. Okay. So children, the earth rotates with its axis inclined. Did you understand? So from this activity we learn that the earth is rotating around its axis and the earth's axis is inclined, and it was making an angle, certain angle with the plumb line, and because of that we had learned or we came to know that its axis is inclined. Okay, now the next thing, that is the line NS. Okay, so see this in the next picture, I have done that N and S in red color. Yeah, so the line NS in the picture shows the earth's axis. Okay, and it passes through the center of the earth. Yes, is it passing through the center of the earth? Yes. The point N and S are called the poles of the earth. Yes. So N is the north pole of the earth and S is the south pole. Did you understand? So once again, see, I'll show you the line which is the axis of earth. Now which I am doing blue in color. It has come little bit slanting or zigzag. No need, no problem. Just see, whatever line I have done now in blue color, that is the axis of the earth. Yes. So line NS it is, and this is passing through the center of the earth, and it has 2 points N, which is called as a pole and it is named as north pole, and other point is S, which is also the pole and it is called as a south pole. So did you understand about earth's rotation, its axis and the north and south pole? Okay, I hope you have understood it. Now let's move further. So students, if a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth exactly in between the north and south pole, that is, see, the brown one which is shown on the screen. So if we start drawing many circles, see, 1, 2, 3, from back also it will move up, 4, like this if we are drawing, then at the center also we get one circle which is shown in brown color to you all. Yes, that circle is dividing the earth into two equal parts. The blue ones which I showed you, that are just the circles on the earth. But at the center of the, exactly in between the north and south pole, we get one circle, isn't it? That is, I'll show you. This is that circle, yes, which is exactly in between the north and south pole. And this circle is dividing the earth into two equal parts. And this circle is also an imaginary circle, okay? So the imaginary circle which divides the earth into two equal parts is called what? It is called an equator. Understood? So once again, listen, what is the definition of equator? The imaginary circle which divides the earth into two equal parts is called equator. Okay, so see now, the two equal part it makes of the earth are called northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere respectively. So, the part, see, the part which is above the equator is called as northern hemisphere. It is close to north pole, yes. So, the part which is above the equator is called as a northern hemisphere, and the part which is below the equator is called as southern hemisphere. Okay, so I hope you have understood all the concepts what we have learned up till now. So today's homework is you are going to open your textbook page number 6 and read the first page of the lesson thoroughly 2 times, so that all the concepts whatever you have learned, you will fix that in your mind. If you don't have textbook, I have sent PDF to the group. You can refer to the PDF. Okay. Have a nice day, children. Bye bye. Thank you.